talking about just the process, you know, it's when you sit there and people think that they want to get five for the players.
Well, I see that commitment from everybody. I think it's pretty obvious when you play the number of games that you've played, and you know, you look at the way you've played. I think there's a pretty good commitment right now from our guys, and even tonight, you know, you could see that maybe we were getting tired there at the end in the third, but you know, I think they had about 10 minutes of power plays, and they had a pretty good power play of that. So, you know, we had to use a lot of those same players over and over again, and that's not usually a good sign. But you know, Tuukka was really good for us, obviously tonight. Our penalty killing was good, and you know, we found a way to win. So certainly a good effort on a back-to-back night again, and everybody knows we came off a pretty important game in our minds there yesterday about going out there and, you know, playing your game and you know, making everybody understand that it's not so much the matchup, and it's been, you know, more our makeup. So all that put together, pretty pleased with our effort, and you know, it's not so much the streak, it's the consistency, and the consistency leads into that streak that you're seeing.
I think you shocked us all by starting Tuukka. Did you just have a feeling? Or?
No, you know, it was just, I don't think we should overanalyze Tuukka's fatigue, and you know, Chad's played well for us. He's going to play, and they're going to share the net. But for me, it was a decision that I made. I felt Tuukka wasn't overly tired. He felt great, and so he can rest tomorrow because we don't play.
Torrey coming out is the same as Dougie coming out?
Yeah, there's nothing for me to say here except that, you know, it's not because of this, it's not because of that. We've got 8 Ds, and, you know, we're moving guys around. Like I said, I need to, Torrey I've seen all year, and he's been good for us, and there's areas he's got to work on like every other player, but, you know, there's other guys that need to have a look at different places, and so that decision was just made for those kind of reasons, nothing major.
You saw Mazzaros there on the left side, first time you've seen him there, just, you know, just forward your thoughts.
Again, you know, it's almost like you guys want me to analyze every little move. I'll watch the game again, and you know, because I'm more preoccupied with line changes and the game itself than just one player. So maybe after I watch, I might be able to help you out there.
Claude, your thoughts on winning a 300th game as Bruins head coach?
Well, I think Jamie mentioned it to me there in that interview after the game. I had no knowledge, and my guys know that it doesn't matter to me. I've said that before, and it's great. You know, don't get me wrong, it's great. I'm happy it's happened here. I'm happy to have that, but at the same time, like I said, to me, I'd rather look forward to hopefully a lot more than just that. And but proud to have accomplished this in Boston. I think it's great. Really enjoyed myself here, and looking for, like I would say, another 300.
You guys have been really good at the second game back-to-backs this season. Is that anything you see that?
Well, it's been, you know, for us, it's no excuses. You know, we don't use that excuse of back-to-back or travel. You know, as long as we don't get in situations where I got to use a short bench the night before, and that has been a real tough trip because playing issues or whatever the case may be, and but you know, there's been no excuse about that. We've utilized our whole bench. Guys aren't tired. You know, we've traveled well. We didn't skate this morning, and that's just one of the examples. I think we just set ourselves up to give ourselves a chance, and by doing that, we put all the excuses aside.
How important was getting the early goals, considering it was the second night of back-to-backs and just the things that usually happen in the second night of back-to-backs?
Well, we had talked about that. You know, they're a good team. They are a good team. You know, to see that team being in the 9th spot right now just goes to show you how strong some of those teams are in the other conference, and they're all in a tight race. But we knew it was going to be a good game, good challenge, and we knew they were going to come out strong and fast, knowing we had played last night. So it was important for us to get off to a quick start. So it was who was going to get that first goal, and I know that had they scored first, we might have had a different game. So it was important for us to get that first goal, which we got fairly early, and that second one, which kind of gave us a little bit of breathing room.
your penalty kill, you kind of referenced it earlier. You guys have stabilized in that area after the rough patch earlier. Just, what are you kind of seeing differently this last round?
Just some small adjustments. When I came back from Sochi, we sat down again, went through our whole team. Our coach did a great job of going through our whole system while I was away, and then just to kind of do a refresher kind of practice about all the situations. And then when I came back, we talked about all the power play, penalty kill, and that. So I just felt that we had to make just a couple of small adjustments, which we all agreed on. And again, your goaltender's your best penalty killer, but I think overall our guys did a great job at really making it hard for them to come into our end easily, which they've done a pretty good job of that in the past.
Feel pretty odd on the bench, second period, watching only 5 shots on net combined the whole period from both teams there.
Yeah, you look at that and you say, I'm sure it's not too exciting for the crowd, but at the same time, you got to win a hockey game, and the fans at the end of the night leave here pretty happy when you win. So I think that's the main thing.
Anything else? Dougie comes into the league as a first-round pick. He pretty much gets right into your lineup last season, plays on the top pair, sits out a couple games, comes back. Why do you think he doesn't get more upset or more ticked off that he's the guy out? Or
I think, Matt, because he trusts us. I told him, and we've told him as a coaching staff the whole time, he's a good player, and he's going to be an even better player as we move on here. What we've asked him is just to be patient with us, because he came in here as a 19-year-old. A 19-year-old on a team that's rebuilding is going to play a ton. A 19-year-old that's on an established team doesn't get that same luxury, but he gets the luxury of developing in a winning environment and finding out quickly what it takes to win. So he's in a good situation. I think he trusts us. I think we know what we've got. He knows that we know that as well, and it's just a matter of being patient. And he comes in tonight, plays a good game. He moved that puck well, and he was assertive, and all the little things you talk about. You can see that effort in him. So that's what it is, and it's again, it's trust, it's respect, and that has to be both ways here.
When you signed on, you coached this team 7 years ago, whatever it was. Did you ever expect it would work out so well, so long? You've had very few down moments with this team.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. In my first, comment when I came here, and I remember it vividly because that was what I thought. I said, I'm here to help this team win a Stanley Cup. Now I'm saying I'm here to help this team win more than one Stanley Cup. But, I just felt that where they were and what they had, there was a lot of room to grow. And that's kind of what I like to do as a coach. I like developing, I like growing a team, and I thought it was a great fit for me with that situation, but also with Peter, having known Peter for a long time, and vice versa. There was that instant trust there between the two of us. So am I surprised? Not really. Am I happy? I'm really happy that we've got some consistency here in this organization. I think it's really important for this city. It's important for our fans that you've got a real competitive team, and we've built a reputation now where we belong with the elite teams, and then now our challenge is that we have to stay with the elite teams, and that takes hard work. So no room for us to, and that's not just coaching, management, it's also the players. We got to stay on our toes all the time.
Thanks, everybody.
Brownie?